So Lilith Games invited me to play AFK Journey a little bit early compared to when it releases, which will be officially released March 27th, so you guys can actually play the game yourselves. Now, I got to share my first experience or my first impressions along with my first time playing the game with you guys, and that's what that video is today. Huge shout outs to Lilith Games once again for sponsoring today's video. Now, let me introduce you to my three wives, Vala, Entendre, and Muriel. Dang, these women are fine. Henshin go baby. What's good, guys? Yoku here, and AFK Journey is an all-new RPG crafted by the creators of the original AFK Arena, which, if you're familiar with the game, unlike myself, I had no idea that this was even a thing. Now, to be fair, I have heard of AFK Arena before, but I never really dived into it because I just wasn't into those games at the time. But now that I'm a little older, I have a lot less time on my hands, I'm all for it. Now, this will be available on PC and mobile devices, but I don't want to sell it too hard. What I want to do is introduce you to the game the same way that I was introduced to the game. When you first start, you're greeted by General Hogan, and you're fighting these fire elementals, which is a little out of place, if you will, but I do like that it just throws you right into the mix. There's no, what do I do? Who am I? What's going on? It's smack dab in the middle. Hey, there's a fight going on. We need you right now. Get to it. And it really leads you into believing that something is going on with whatever your character has. And shortly after that, you find out you have amnesia, but you get to play as General Hogan, which I'm not entirely too sure if this is going to be a character that I'm able to pull for, but Hogan is a tank. And I mean a tank. He's got some nice AoE moves. He hits all the way across the screen. He seems pretty solid. From that point, you're told that the town is on fire. And by told, I mean that you actually see the town is on fire. And you have this really cool moment where a character named Valen shows up and pretty much saves you from someone getting ready to attack you. I guess a bandit. I'm not entirely too sure, but Valen is super cool, super suave. I like this type of character. Right here is where you're really being introduced to the rest of the cast for the story. General Hogan, Ballad, Chippy, and then you even meet Muriel. And after somehow fighting a tornado, which I still don't understand how that works, but it works in this game, so it's totally okay, you pass out. And now you get to actually play the game. Typically, this is the part where I'm looking for as many pulls as possible when I'm doing any type of gacha. And thankfully, because the game is going to have a launch bonus, I had enough to do a single 10 pull. And on my first 10 pull, I ended up getting some gold. Now, my first character was Cecilia, who is a Graveborn baddie, if you will. But I'm an addict when it comes to pulling things, so I just kept pulling. I'm not going to lie to you, Chief. And I got a couple more characters. After that, I want to get into the battle system, which actually has some pretty cool mechanics attached to it, like exploding barrels that can be placed inside of the arena or the map. And then you hit them, and then everyone takes 999 damage. It reminds me a little bit of Zelda in a way, where I was as a kid playing a little bit more chaotically than I would as an adult, and I got to place things where they didn't belong. But in this game, it works. Now, you start the game with a couple characters, but I believe a full team is going to have you set up with 5 characters versus the 5 that are going to be across the field. And it feels like you, the main character, versus someone else, their main character, and then they're kind of summoning their own army, if you will. And it happens to be a lot of the time where if you do have some of the more powerful characters, like a 5-star early on, or some of the more powerful 4-star characters, you shouldn't really have any issue blitzing through the particular story in the game. I think the more entertaining part for me was when I got to start building out these characters. Where can I get the gear? Where can I get new weapons? How many pulls can I get? So on and so forth. And I like that they have a really interesting class upgrade system so that you can upgrade the entire class all at once. So if I have a bunch of mages, I can equip every single mage with like a quick equip or a bunch of different gear, and this levels all of them up collectively. Another thing I like is that it's similar to a few other games where basically I can have a roster of 5 main characters, and these main characters, I only have to level up these main characters, and then they level up everything else in my party. And that is such a time saver, a resource saver. For me, where I don't have a lot of time to grind in a game, I love stuff like this. And now that we can finally play, I wanted to do what would be considered some of the more challenging content, which, if I'm not mistaken, is called Dream Battle. There's also a PvP type mode in the game as well, which is pretty fun, but we'll get into that in a little bit when I show you some live gameplay. Now, in order for me to get to this Dream Battle feature, I had to progress through the story, and along with the story, I also had to progress through what's called AFK stages. It's in the bottom left corner of your screen, regardless if you're on phone or PC. And the first few were a little easier, right? I could kind of like auto battle through these. It wasn't a big deal. And then eventually I did unlock auto battle as an actual tab, a feature, and it just runs through the stages for you. Every single thing is auto. You don't have to click anything, and you can just let it run. This is a great way to just casually have the game play for itself but you're able to do anything else, and kind of just it really helps someone like me who likes to multitask a lot, and I can do a couple different things at once. But this was my first real sense of being kind of like gate kept in the game. I had to reach this AFK stage 16, which isn't really hard to do. I don't want to make it seem like being gate kept. It's like, oh man, I'm stuck. Like, no, I wasn't stuck. I just had to figure out how the characters work, what I'm leveling up, and then start building the team out properly. And you guys know me, I like team building. Shortly after that, I was introduced to my first wife, Vala, which is she my first wife? I guess Muriel will be my first wife, but maybe I'm gonna replace Muriel. Vala is my first wife, okay? And I was introduced to Vala, and she is such a gorgeous woman, but I really like that she goes from this gorgeous, elegant, you know, prissy with the flowers and the umbrella, and then she turns into some type of assassin with the umbrella, and it turns into a gun. Vala is sick. I love her. I love her animations. She's a really awesome character to just have on your account. And from what I can see, it does look like the game is going to have costumes in the game as well. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm down for this 100%. My biggest thing was that the pity is super small. 40 to hit pity is easy. And then it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, the guaranteed pity on a legendary banner is guaranteed if you reach that 40. And there's no 50-50 or anything like that, which is huge for a lot of players. But I feel like I've been gassing up the game enough. And now it's time to show you my first experiences when playing some of these dream battles or even the PvP mode. All right, so if we come down here to battle modes is something that you unlock whenever you get to AFK 16, which I think is okay. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get here, but I already explained that. Now this guy looks kind of cool. King Croaker. I'm not gonna lie to you, this feels a little bit like little Monster Hunter, little Nino Kuni vibes I got going on. And I love both of those games. When you're battling, your goal is to get, at least from what I can understand, right? Your goal is to get 100%. I'm trying to get 100% as easily as possible. Now, it being an AFK game, I like to play this and I like to let them do their thing, yeah? Sometimes you could probably take over, but I don't fully understand. And it's really, from my thing here, I don't fully understand when I should be using these particular skills. I think they just go, right? And I can tell it to use its ultimate if I want to, but oh my god, Vala, I think her name is Vala. She's such a baddie, bro. I love me some Vala. I'm gonna show y'all Vala. Now, unfortunately, my tank is down, right? Tamesia, she's gone, and I need a second tank. I feel like she takes way too much aggro, way too much damage on her own, and Rowan is not really pulling his weight. Rowan's not pulling the weight to be able to heal the team. That could be my fault, but I don't like to take accountability, okay? We just saw Citrana go down. I don't like that. Citrana's a baddie too. If I can get Vala to just keep it pushing and do a lot of damage, I think this will be okay. This is a good testament for me, or a good test to say like, all right, are my characters situated? Are they strong enough in my opinion? This is where I feel like a lot of the content is gonna go for me personally, because I like the story, but I like seeing a lot of numbers. Unaffected was something I didn't even know I could do that. And I got one-shotted. Okay, we gonna have to level up some. 85% is the highest I can get to right now. Man, we got 23 hours in the day. I'm gonna try and get here, okay? Okay, now something I want to show you guys, just because we're here. You can level up these characters kind of like constellations or eidolons, yeah? So what I would do, I want to buff up Citrana here into Epic Plus. In fact, I think she is my first Epic Plus that I have on the account. Select your initial combo, Tranquil Flask. Let's go with this one. I know those, that's Leica. The other girl is a healer. I don't know her name. And then I know the Rhino is a tank. I can start by purchasing heroes. So I have 60 of these. Okay, we got Leica, Sylvana. I like that. I like that. And then we got another one of those guys. Let's get another set going. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. All right, let's move forward then. EO versus Ostrich King. Okay. Both deploy 3 heroes, so I can choose which heroes I want to come out. I want her, and I would like a tank, and I feel like a healer is appropriate, you know, just in case, right? Yeah, see, so you see the red arrows on the screen? The red arrows are basically what are going to dictate who gets hit. So if I were to swap that over, well, I guess I can't do that now because it's already locked in. But if I swapped out the healer girl with my tank, then they would choose where to go. But it's okay for now. Oh, insufficient. I still need more. Wait a minute. I want Sylvina here. And then I want Leica here, because Leica can get some sniping, right? I like this T formation going on. Let's do that. I didn't read that fast enough. Is he doing damage? No. Okay, I'm doing good damage. Someone got knocked down. Sylvina. Ooh, I like her. Okay, so Sylvina reminds me of another hero. I can't think of the hero from the game, but they basically can teleport behind the entire back line and just start taking them out like an assassin. So I like that Sylvina has that option. She seems like a pretty solid character. Rhino dude is pretty nice too. You know what I like about the Rhino compared to Tamisa? What Tamisa does is she runs up and down the entire little lane here, and I don't think I'm the biggest fan of that, but it seems like the Rhino really holds his ground. Heroes not used in the previous round would earn honor badges if they're deployed in current battle. What if I don't want to use him though? So like, honor badges are nice and all that. I'm sure they're really good, but I would like to not lose. And in order for me to do that, I need to put Entendre here. Sylvina is my assassin. I want her to go over there. My healer goes somewhere down here. Yeah, I think she's okay down here. Okay, so now they're all going after her, and I want some long range. Let's see. Last time we used Leica, right? Let me use Muriel, and I guess we could use him. Yeah, look, Sylvina's already back here. She's already in the back. Oh yeah, she's doing damage. You know who she reminds me of? Dude, Entendre reminds me of Wonder Woman. That was a whole Wonder Woman pose right there. I'm for that. I actually want to pull that character now. I didn't even know that character's in the game, but now I want to see if I can get Entendre. How do I do that? Well, my man's got cool animations too. Nice. Good heals. Oh wait, ooh. Hedwyn heals. I need her on the team instead of Rowan. That might help me beat that King Croaker. Muriel summons a giant phoenix. That should be it, right? I win? Yeah, I won that one. Okay, bet. She's pretty. She's giving me like mad Wonder Woman vibes, dude. I love it. All right, so I wanted to just do another pull to see if I could get Entendre. I noticed that what I was looking for, I thought Entendre was the legendary, but she's not. She's actually blue, or not blue, an epic hero, which means one of these. Okay, so it's not him. That's Neru. So maybe the other one could be Entendre. It was Muriel, but you know what? That's cool. We got a couple more to do. Okay, we got a gold. Hold on. We got 4 purples. Maybe I could get, you know, please. AFK, if you could just help your boy out. Oh, AFK, please. You know who I'm looking for. No. Why did you give me Wonder Woman? No, okay, hold on. Pirate Lady. I didn't know she was in the game. Fuck, that confused the hell out of oh my gosh, my eyes. Why couldn't you just name her Atlanta? Atalanta? That's a crazy name. And that's going to be it for me today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video where I went over my thoughts and opinions and first impressions on AFK Journey. I genuinely do enjoy this game for what it is. Like the idle games, I normally don't play them. I think Starl is the closest thing that I do play to any type of idle game, or maybe like an auto battle system. But it was nice to not have to click every single thing and go every single place. I enjoyed it for what it was. The animations were super smooth, and the combat system it's not too in-depth, but it has just enough depth to keep me interested at all times. If you want to see more of AFK Journey though, you can use my link down below. Do I have a link? It comes out March 27th.